Yeah, well, I mean, Johnny made a big-time catch today. Always good to see that. Just seeing him show up. You know, we all have some things we have to work on. He's got some things he needs to work on, but he's also taking advantage of some key opportunities, some big-time moments, and so we just want to continue to build.
That back shoulder to Johnny early in practice looked like it really clicked. Do you see him using his body more? Obviously, at his size, do you see him doing that better?
Yeah, well, I think for Johnny, it's not hard for him to use his body. It's more so, you know, just finishing and continue to take advantage of those good position plays where he's in position to make a play. And so as a quarterback, I want to help him out and put him in those positions and obviously on their end finishing.
Can you talk about how your chemistry has improved over the last year with Jahan Dotson?
Yeah. I think we'll continue to build and continue to work through things. You know, he came in a unique situation given right before the season, and so I've never thrown to him. And so I think he's become more suited and secure in his role, fitted in his role, I guess. Just learning and having those conversations, and even the time we spent in the off season, I think that was very valuable time. And you know, just the ongoing conversations as we continue to build our offense and kind of find our identity as an offense. I think he's a key part of that.
You've been part of these joint practices, 5 years or so here. What do you like about going against?
Say that again?
You've been part of these joint practices before through your time here. What do you like about them? What do you learn from them?
Yeah, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about where you are, and then you learn about where you have opportunity to go. And I think today was very competitive. I've always enjoyed every joint practice just from that state. And then we got a lot of guys not practicing as well, and so being able to put guys in different situations and just build and learn. And you know, when you go into a joint practice, I've noticed and over time, you know, there's sometimes where you're game planning, there's sometimes where you're aware, and there's sometimes that you're not game planning for the practice. You kind of just go out there and try to play ball. And so Coach Schwartz, Coach Stefanski, and the Browns are always a great team to compete against. They got a great talent. Say that again? Yeah, I think I'm continuing to evolve and grow. You know, I think it's going and having those conversations with Coach KP and continue to build about where we want to be and how we want to do things, and continue to learn from the good, the bad, and be my biggest critic like I've always been.
Losing Landon Dickerson.
Well, I think for Landon, nothing's ever too serious. You know, he's one that's always playing through something and has a great competitive spirit, has an edge to overcome some of those nicks that come up. And so always good to hear that he's in a good place. And, you know, as far as everyone stepping in to fill that role in the meantime, got a lot of confidence in them, got a lot of confidence in Brett, got a lot of confidence in Tyler Steen and Pryor as well.
If I can follow.
Russell Wilson was kind of monumental. Just in your formative years, you kind of looked at him from afar. At this point in your career, you're probably becoming those players that are younger guys are kind of looking at from afar, modeling their game after, kind of look up to. How much do you feel is obligated, I guess, to kind of be a soundboard or, you know, be an ear for some of these young guys like Shedeur when they come in the league now?
Well, there's a sense of obligation to be yourself, and that's who I am, to, you know, be honest and genuine and expressing how I got to where I am today. You know, it wasn't an easy journey. It's not going to continue. I mean, it's always going to present its own challenges, but you know, continue to be who I am, continue to carry myself in a humble way, and always putting the work first. You know, so I know, and I'm aware of that. I know that's a torch that I hold, and you know, it's something I respect and embrace and accept for what it is. At the same time, I always put my focus on always being the best I can be, and hopefully my actions can speak louder than anything that I can say.
What's it like kind of working in a new guy like Brett Toth? I noticed like Darian Kennard has also gotten snaps. I mean, is that much of an adjustment for you? Is it, what are you kind of noticing, especially out there today?
It's an adjustment, but I think again when you're game plan, I don't necessarily think we were in a game plan mode today, and that was a first. But when you're considering all things, you're just kind of going out there and playing. You're seeing what happens, and so you get a different flow when guys are out there, obviously, and that's from a quarterback perspective, and that's from KP's perspective as well. And so you take it all into consideration.
As a follow-up to Jason's question, it appeared you were talking to Shedeur for a while out there. Is that something you sought out? Is that something he sought out? And what wisdom did you impart?
Yeah, I keep the conversation intimate. We had a very lengthy conversation. He came to me and just wanted to talk, and I'm always there, as said earlier, of giving my perspective on what I see and how I've gone about things, and ultimately it takes a great deal of patience and hard work and a sense of resilience. You gotta want it. You gotta want it, and so I'm supporting him from where I am, and wishing him nothing but the best with his opportunities.
KP had said that he would like.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference, I think, considering that's not what we did this go around. And just the mentality coming in, just going out there and playing and letting it all come to us. And I think we will look back on it. There'll be some things that we want to improve on and talk about. And I think there'll be some things that we say, man, we're in a good spot in this. And so that's what training camp is for. It's about going out there as a play caller, going out there as a quarterback and as a unit, and being curious, playing the game curiously, and taking those chances and doing what you want to do, so you can see where you are and what you can do. And so I built a ton of confidence in KP. I built a ton of confidence, and seeing Johnny do what he did in the last week's game, and seeing him make those plays now again, that's just very encouraging. And so just continue to build, and then once we become more intentional about, all right, let's seize this and let's attack this and let's do that, then you're kind of in a different space.
So KP this morning had said he wanted to set it up as much as a game-like situation as possible. Obviously, you're not game planning, but in game. So that communication aspect, how is that working, that whole operation?
Well, he's speaking towards is more so, third down, second down, first down, first down, second down, third down, and going in sequence and driving the ball down the field and kind of replicating some of that. We had some very lengthy drives, and I think that was all really good for us. And so it's a great learning experience. I think he's doing a great job.
What do you enjoy about Scott Leffler's coaching style?
Yeah, Scott is a wise, experienced, and passionate coach. It's something I value a lot, and I think I've learned so much. I think fundamentally, even in some regards, my overall, I'm not temperament, but my, I guess my approach, I think he's had a great influence on that in such a short time, and just the details from a fundamental standpoint of where to set my eyes and how to approach certain things, how to attack it, aligning different things from the quarterback position. I think he's allowed me some new perspective that I'll take in and carry throughout this year and hopefully throughout my career. And so I know he's been around the best of them. He's got a lot of great stories, and I value that wisdom. I know he's coached as a head coach, and he's been a quarterback coach, and he's been an offensive coordinator, so he kind of knows it all. And I know for Scott, he's very excited about his opportunity just to enhance my game. That's one thing he says all the time, and I think we're aligned from the standpoint of just trying to win more championships. So something I appreciate. Yeah, yeah. When you get a promotion, do you think you're more confident? When you get a promotion? Have you ever been promoted? Yeah, well, it's, you chase a dream, and, You know, everybody's dream is to do that, and so once you know that you can, you know, it brings a sense of assurance that you can. You know, and I've said before, it's not a, you know, it's a great question. You got me talking, but it's a matter of, you know, if I've done it before, why couldn't I do it again? And so it's about knowing where you are as a team, being able to put all those things together to find a way to bring the best out of what the moment demands. And so that's where I am as a quarterback. There is definitely a sense of confidence. I know someone asked that question last week in reference to Saquon, and those are things that you want to feed off of and build off of, but you have to have a diligent approach to it daily. It's not something that's guaranteed, nothing is promised. And so there's a willingness to just be open. And I think for me, I've always remained to be teachable and to be open and be coachable. And so I just want to continue to grow. You know, I've been on a journey, and that journey's still going, and it's all about winning for me and trying to experience that feeling more and more.